Good morning, grasshoppers. This is your RJ. What is the value of social media engagement? What is it really? That's what we're here to talk about today. That's what I'm here to tell you and to ask more, even more probing questions. But before we get to that, let's get to this. My name is, as I said, RJ Redden. This is the Bot Signal, and entrepreneurs hire me to skyrocket their marketing message because most feel like they're shouting into a black hole and they're a carbon copy of everybody else. And so many have trouble getting any real traction online. So I create epic engagement experiences that get people to click that button, connect with you, and convert like crazy. So today we're going to talk about the value of social media engagement. And for this one, my friends, for this one, I'm not here to answer the question for you. I'm here to tell you that you need to ask it for yourself. For this one, I think everybody's answer is different. Another way to phrase the question, what do you want out of your social media engagement? Is it truly social? Is it more of, more of a business effort with, excuse me, is it more of a business effort? Does it have a return on investment attached? Are there metrics? What is it that you're trying to get out of social media? Holy moly. Kids, I don't know what's wrong with my voice today. Okay, hopefully that'll help. What is it that you're trying to get out of it? What is the end goal? For me, this is a very important question to ask because, are you on social media because people tell you you have to be? Now, there's a certain amount of that that's kind of correct. If you don't have a filled out profile on most social networks these days, you're the old ones, the Facebooks, the Instagrams, the LinkedIns. If you don't have a fully fleshed out profile and you want people to look you up on that platform, you ought to fill out your profile. You also ought to get one of those schedulers that schedules posts for you every once in a while, just to keep your page lively, just to keep it alive. But that's like social media on life support, which that could be the title of another show, couldn't it? That's kind of the bare minimum that you need to be able to, for someone to do a legitimacy check on you. It's the same reason that most of us have a website these days. It's a legitimacy check. So that being said, what's your real goal out of social media engagement? What are you trying to get out of every connection? Are you trying to make connections, or are you trying to spread awareness? You see, because that really dictates what your behavior needs to be on social media. The value that you get out of it, if it is about spreading awareness, if it is about casting a wide net, covering the world, if it is about that, then your behavior on social media is a bit different than if what it is you truly want is to be able to connect with someone, to be able to maybe get a meeting not offline, Zoom, because Zoom, everybody just uses Zoom, which is online. But if you want to take that conversation or that meeting out of the inbox and into real life, then your behavior on social media is very different. It's much more about finding deeper connections and really making a meaningful connection with them than it is about getting your message out to a zillion people. A zillion. It's a great number. It starts with a Z. Anyway, what value do you want to get out of it? And feel free to answer my question in the comments so that we can have a little conversation if you are feeling up to it, obviously. For me, it's an important thing to know. It's an important thing to know because the goal, for me, gosh, I got on Facebook, 10 years ago? 11, 12, I don't know, 2008. How long ago was that? Anyway, got on social media quite a long time ago. I was in grad school. LinkedIn was a brand new thing. Facebook also had come along, and it filtered its way to the Midwest where I live. Things get to us last. You want to cross the border of my state, turn your clock back 100 years or so. Anyway, I've been on a long time, and my strategy has changed quite a bit. My strategy at first was, let's figure out what this thing is all about. I saw people doing stuff. I tried some stuff. Some of it worked. Some of it was kind of a dismal failure. Hey, that's what happens when you try experiments, right? They fail and you win because you learned something. But anyway, my strategy at first is always, what the heck is this thing? Can we examine it more? Can we try different angles? What can we do on here? How can we push the boundaries a little bit? And then it kind of became, what everybody else was doing for the longest time, because, okay, these people have had success, so I'm just going to do what they do. It's a great plan, but what if your outcomes don't match what the other people are doing? What if the people that you're following, they want to get widespread coverage, but not a very deep connection with the people that they're with, and you're the kind of person that would rather have fewer people with a deeper connection? What then? I'll tell you what happens. People just get lost. People just get lost in it. And truthfully, right now, there are some platforms that people are just avoiding. They're just avoiding. They're tired of it. They're tired of it. Tired of all of it. Tired of the superficial interactions. I know that over on Clubhouse, people are going nuts over there because they're finding deeper connections. They're finding people to talk to. Some of them that share the same views, some of them that have different views and can talk about them in a rational manner. Woo! Anyway, people are going nuts about that platform because it actually does foster a deep connection with people without you having to, pull out your wallet. That's pretty amazing stuff. But I think part of the attraction is that deeper connections are formed pretty darn immediately. But part of it also is that it's the pendulum swinging over from platforms with maybe not a lot of personal connection or depth to the stuff that does have more depth. It takes a little bit more time to form a relationship, doesn't it? But if that's what you're going to get, if that's your value from social media, then you need to go at that. You need to full force that thing. You know what I mean? Making connections with people. See, I like to go to the medium to deep connection with people. Some people I meet them and I know that I can't help them and they can't really help me with much, but it's just good to know them so that I can refer them to other people. Every time I meet somebody, I win. But that's the thing. My goals on social media might not match yours. Last week, I had 6 meetings with people that I had kind of previously seen in networking, or maybe contacted me on LinkedIn, or maybe I contacted them. Had about 6 meetings last week. I think I've had 6 meetings this week so far, actually. So I'm definitely going to beat last week's number. But the whole point for me, all the marketing that I do, not just social media, all the marketing that I do, whole point's to get them to a phone call where we can talk one-on-one. They can ask any question they want. We can strategize about their business and see if I'm a good fit. Usually the folks that make it to that phone call, they already know that this is a good fit. You know what I mean? Because they've been shown this personality. So yeah, for me, it's not about that widespread awareness. But if it is the widespread awareness, your behavior needs to be different. You need to be active, posting several times a day, commenting on other people's stuff. You need to be a member of a community, in short. You need to be a member of a community. You got responsibilities, all right? You don't want to be a dead member of a community. You want to be a live one. So if that is your social media strategy, in order to get value from that, it's a garden. You got to get a shovel. Okay. Get a shovel and start digging, start moving some ground and planting seeds and nurturing them and watching them grow. That is the bigger social media game. I know a lot of people are, super huge fond of TikTok right now. And you know what I am too. I freaking love TikTok, man. And that is a great strategy for some folks too. That's a huge awareness strategy, particularly if your market is young people. Woo, go get on TikTok. Just do it now. Don't even watch the rest of this. I swear to you. Anyway, there are different strategies that fit different people. I've outlined just 2 of them here for you. But what I want to say is the biggest thing that I want you to get out of this, and if you listen to nothing else, listen to this. What do you value getting from social media? Is it that meeting on the phone? Is it a greater awareness of yourself, your product, whatever your services, whatever you're doing? Is it something maybe in between there? Is it something that I haven't mentioned at all? The thing is, we've got to decide where our value lies. Where am I going to get the most value? With me, it's those one-on-one meetings. The more that I can have in a week, the more successful I consider myself and my week. For other people, it's different measures, but don't go with anybody else's measures. Decide your own value and then go for it. There's so much out there teaching you, how to do social media correctly. By the way, if you're a person who's looking for these articles, love you, want to give you a little piece of advice, just a little tiny one, and that is this. If somebody is telling you how to do social media and that article is elderly, you might want to stay away from it. I'm just saying. Anything over a year telling you how to do social media might be ancient news. It might be written on a stone tablet at this time. Just because social networks change so much. Every one of them do it. So avoid anything that is over a year old. Maybe you want to avoid anything that's over 6 months old, actually. When you're doing your searches, just set the timing on that so that it's only set the little setting on that says, bring me everything in the past 6 months or past year, past month, whatever it needs to be. So that's my love about social media today. I talked to some folks this morning. Had an early morning meeting today. It was very early. I was awake though. I took my cup of coffee away already. I had my coffee, so I was fine. But we were talking about some of the foils of social media and some of the ways that it can really knock us for a loop right at the last minute. I was able to do this yesterday. Why can't I do this today? I was able to do this on my desktop. Why can't I do it from my phone, or vice versa? I know. Sometimes it's a hard road with social media. I want to be out there. I absolutely want to be out there, but I also have a problem following rules. Don't know if you could tell, but I have a little problem sometimes following rules. And so sometimes social media just is not a great place for me to be. And there's, one of them in particular that I've actually just given up looking at the notifications because mostly it doesn't matter. Those notifications that you get, gosh, 90% of them just really don't do much. And so for me, that's just a place that I don't want to be. I'm much more given to different channels lately, and so be it. You got to go where your people are. We know that. But you also got to go where your heart is and where your passion is. You've got a passion for spreading your message. If you didn't, you wouldn't be in business. Or maybe you've got a partner that's, a little better at the social thing. That's totally fine too. But let that person speak their passion. Be motivated by the goal that you want to have out of social media, which doesn't need to match anybody else's goal. So if you haven't thought about it lately, think about it today. Think about it today. What is the value of social media for you? What is the real value? What makes you feel good? What makes your results better? What is that thing that you're looking for out of being here? And if something doesn't fit you, maybe it's time to migrate, baby. Maybe it's just time to migrate. For me, with all of these things, I give myself permission. I have ultimate permission to experiment with whatever I want. You know who wrote me this permission slip? Me. Also, my clients. I stick my head into weird things so that they don't have to. I am like the Siegfried and Roy of the engagement marketing community. I don't have one of those sweet little blazers, though. I'll work on it. Anyway, I hope you're having fun out there, whatever you're doing. If you are on social media, I hope you're having fun doing it, because there's no reason not to have fun. If you're not having fun, if it's chronic, come talk to me. Come talk to me. Now, speaking of brand new platforms and brand new opportunities, I'm going to be doing something every day after this show beginning next week. It's on Clubhouse. Yeah. If you missed my show on Clubhouse, page back a little bit. I did one about a month ago. Clubhouse is awesome and extreme. And I just want to be there. There is a group of people called the Strategy Hackers. I'm so happy to be a part of this group. They've got a Clubhouse, and I'm going to be having a room. I'm going to be having a room in Strategy Hackers every day after this show. So at 10:30 a.m. Central every day in Clubhouse, I'm going to be doing a show, doing an audio only. So if you're in Clubhouse, come see me. Type in my little name on the search, RJ Redden or Black Belt Bots should bring me up. If you're not on Clubhouse yet and you have an iPhone, if you want to be, get a hold of me. I got some invitations hanging out, and I'd love for you to be there. So that's it for me today. Thank you for coming by today. Tomorrow we're going to have a guest, Fifi Rose. She is awesome and amazing. And I just absolutely love talking to her. She is a graphic designer, and she is the queen of everything design. She did my logo for me. She's done other stuff for me, and she's just an amazing human. So, my darlings, be careful out there. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other as well. And I'll see you in a bot.